Okay, so a lot has been changing with Harley-Davidson here in 2020. I have a couple new developments that make things even crazier. This is a real quick video. I'll get you up to speed, tell you what you need to know. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Erlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. I always thank you, that's right, you, for checking back in. And just a real quick reminder, I am in no way affiliated with Harley-Davidson. I don't work at a dealership, don't own a dealership, so you know that the information you get on this channel is going to be unbiased. I love my Harleys and I own several of them, but I am not afraid to be critical of the motor company. So many of you know by now that earlier this year, then CEO Matthew Levatich stepped down after a 5-year run. I will suggest that you check out my video on what Levatich did well and not so well during his reign. That'll really get you up to speed for this particular video. I will pop a card on the screen for you and link to it in the description below. So when Levatich left, Harley's board decided that director Jochen Zeitz would serve as acting CEO and board chairman as they search for a new permanent CEO. And Zietz has been making some major changes, which we're gonna dig into in this video. In fact, he recently said a total rewire is necessary to make Harley-Davidson a high-performance company. And if you haven't already, please, before you leave, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon every time those are hit. Another biker joins the revolution. We would love to have you be part of it. We have a ton of awesome content we're gonna be pumping out on this channel. So let's first talk about a bike that Harley has been teasing a particular segment of customers with for some time, and now they're axing it. And yes, that's the Bronx Streetfighter. Remember, this was the street racer style bike that was supposed to have the new liquid cool Revolution Max engine with 117 horsepower and 70 pound-foot of torque. Yep, Harley-Davidson just recently axed this $15,000 motorcycle it had originally planned to introduce at the end of this year as a 2021 model. Harley says the Bronx won't release next year either and won't answer whether this bike will ever hit the market now. Harley says its immediate new product focus in 2021 will be on the launch of the Pan America, Harley's first adventure touring motorcycle. And I'm actually very curious about this bike. But I've said it before, if this bike is overpriced like the Livewire was when it was released, it's going to be a flop. Many also speculate that the Street 500 and 750 models may also be at risk of being axed after dealers reported not being given the lightweight models following poor sales performance. Harley will not actually comment regarding the status of other models though. And for those of you wondering, yes, the new high-performance custom model is still planned for 2021 and still listed on Harley's website. And some other interesting information that has come to light is that there are 50 dealerships that have closed or are in the process of closing, and that significantly more will shut their doors by the end of the year. Additionally, in July, Harley announced a 5-year strategic plan after the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in a $92 million loss in 3 months through June, with sales plummeting 27%. And this overhaul includes vast changes to Harley's operating model, updated motorcycles, new products, and a focus on accessories and general merchandise. Oh, and on that note, we all know Harley does do well with their clothing, marking their dealership t-shirts up like 200%. Hey, might be a new plan, Harley. Let's mark them up 300%. I kid. And the company says it has plans to focus on 50 key markets, mostly in North America and Europe, and it has plans to exit those areas that are unprofitable. So that brings up an interesting point, because when Levatich was CEO, he was big on expanding into the different markets, especially with some of their smaller bikes. It's clear Zietz sees it differently, and he's definitely trying to consolidate the company. And all of these changes are projected to save the company $250 million this year and $100 million annually thereafter. Now, I've got a bit more to throw at you, but I just want to mention real quick that this is the quick version. We really encourage you to get over and subscribe to the Law Abiding Biker podcast, where we talk about this and a whole bunch of other stuff. We get time to actually break it down a lot more. Of course, we have a ton of fun doing it. I will pop a card and link in the description below. Check out the podcast. Okay, so some bad news. That is, Zietz apparently did not get my memo.
Did you see the memo about this?
To immediately fire the outdated Harley marketing team. Zietz, I had better, higher expectations for you that you would transition into current marketing techniques. So I say this because part of their 5-year strategic plan includes collaborations with influencers to reach new buyers. And yeah, so in that statement, you didn't hear anything about them taking care of us, their current core customers. We are the reason that they're in business in the first place, and they seem to have forgotten that still. So, what did the brilliant marketing team at Harley do this time? Yeah, they went to another Hollywood actor. So 1980s Harley. Harley says a new marketing campaign focusing on the unrelenting spirit of Harley will include a collaboration with actor Jason Mamoa. Yeah, that's the Aquaman dude. Yeah, and so this is the guy that was given a free Harley as a promotion years ago and immediately grabbed a rattle can and painted over it on camera. And Harley to this day still has no clue how many of its core customers got pissed off by that. So in Mamoa's defense, he is an avid Harley rider and of course a subscriber to this channel, and I'm certainly appreciative of that. Okay, I was just trying to say something nice so he doesn't like come over to the studio and like kick my ass. Oh shit, kill the lights, it's Mamoa. Okay, if Mamoa does show up here, I've got an extra Harley you can ride to appease him. Oh, and if you happen to run across Mamoa, tell him it's nothing personal. I actually watched the movie with my wife to make her happy. It was all right, but I might have got lucky that night. Experience. And Harley, how many times do we have to say this? The overwhelming majority of us could care less about a Hollywood actor. You're absolutely wasting your money and your marketing techniques are outdated and ineffective. So it seems clear to me that Harley marketing is still completely blind to its current core customers and the large online audiences that it fails to connect with on a personal level. Okay, so maybe I'm completely wrong here and it wouldn't be a first, but I actually want to hear from you all in the comments below. Would you actually be influenced to buy a Harley-Davidson because a Hollywood actor like Jason Mamoa says so? And what do you all think about Harley axing the Bronx Streetfighter? All right, your journey on this channel is not done. I'm going to throw a couple things up on the screen. One will be my awesome, highly viewed motorcycle documentary films. The other, I'll throw something either useful or entertaining, maybe both, who knows. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out of here.